More than hundreds of millions of women worldwide rely on hormonal contraception, making it one of the most widely used medical treatments in reproductive health. But despite its widespread use, many people don't fully understand how these contraceptives actually work. The answer lies in the body's endocrine system. Hormonal contraceptives manipulate normal communication between the brain and ovaries to prevent a sequence of events required for pregnancy. Today, we'll be exploring the physiology behind 5 common hormonal contraceptives available in Australia, compare their effectiveness, and discuss their advantages and disadvantages.
To understand how normal contraceptives work, we first need to understand the normal menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is controlled by the hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis, or the HPO axis. The hypothalamus releases gonadotropin-releasing hormone, which stimulates the pituitary gland to produce follicle-stimulating hormone, or FSH, and the luteinizing hormone, or LH. FSH helps an ovarian follicle mature, and as it grows, it releases estrogen. High estrogen levels trigger a surge in LH, which causes ovulation, where an egg is released from the ovary. After ovulation, the remaining follicle becomes the corpus luteum, which releases progesterone. Progesterone thickens and maintains the uterine lining, preparing it for the possibility of pregnancy. If fertilization does not occur, progesterone and estrogen levels fall, and the uterine lining breaks down, and menstruation begins. Hormonal contraceptives work by interrupting this normal hormone cycle.
The oral contraceptive pill is available as either a combined pill containing estrogen and progesterone or a progesterone-only pill. The combined pill suppresses the HPO axis through continuous negative feedback on the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary. This reduces GnRH, FSH, and LH secretion, preventing the LH surge required for ovulation. Progesterone also thickens cervical mucus and suppresses endometrial proliferation, making fertilization and implantation unlikely. With perfect use, a pill is over 99% effective, but effectiveness falls to around 93% with typical use due to missed doses or inconsistent timing. Its advantages include regulation of menstrual cycles, reduces dysmenorrhea and acne, and rapidly return to fertility after stopping. However, its side effects include nausea and headaches and requires daily adherence, providing no protection against STIs, and combined formulation increases the risk of venous thromboembolism in specific individuals.
The hormonal IUD is a long-acting reversible contraceptive inserted into the uterus that continuously releases levonorgestrel, a form of progesterone. Levonorgestrel releases negative feedback on the hypothalamus, preventing a GnRH surge, and hence maintaining low levels of LH and FSH to prevent ovulation. Levonorgestrel also thickens cervical mucus, inhibits sperm movement, and causes endometrial atrophy, making implantation highly unlikely. The hormonal IUD is more than 99% effective and can prevent pregnancy for up to 5 years with minimal user error. Advantages include long-term contraception, reduced menstrual bleeding, and relief of endometrious symptoms. Disadvantages include the need for insertion by a healthcare professional, possible hormonal side effect, the rare cases of uterine perforation, and no protection against STIs, leaving room for pelvic inflammatory diseases to be diagnosed.
The contraceptive implant is a small rod inserted beneath the skin of the upper arm that releases estradiol continuously for up to 3 years. Estradiol suppresses the HPO axis, preventing the LH surge and ovulation. It also thickens cervical mucus and thins the endometrium, providing multiple mechanisms to prevent pregnancy. Because it requires virtually no user interaction after insertion, it is over 99% effective, making it one of the most reliable contraceptive methods. Advantages include convenience, long-term protection, and rapid return to fertility after removal. Common disadvantages are irregular bleeding, hormonal side effects, and no protection against STIs.
The injection is a long-acting hormonal contraceptive that contains dipyr-medroxyprogesterone acetate, or DMPA, and is administered every 12 weeks. DMPA maintains sustained progestin concentrations that mimic progesterone to suppress GnRH release and prevent the LH surge, thereby inhibiting ovulation. It also thickens the cervical mucus and induces endometrial atrophy, reducing the likelihood of fertilization and creating an environment that is unfavorable for implantation. This method is highly effective as it minimizes user error with treatment only required 4 times a year. It is particularly beneficial for women who are susceptible to the effects of estrogen and can reduce heavy menstrual bleeding and endometrius-related pain. However, fertility may be delayed for up to 18 months after stopping, and chances of pregnancy may rise. Long-term use may temporarily reduce bone mineral density and cause hormonal side effects. Like other contraceptives, it also does not protect against STIs.
Into the vagina for 3 weeks before being removed for 1 hormone-free week, continuously releasing ethinyl estradiol and etonogestrel into the bloodstream. Like the combined pill, it suppresses ovulation by inhibiting GnRH FSH and LH secretion, while also thickening cervical mucus and reducing endometrial receptivity. With perfect use, it is over 99% effective, although typical use falls to approximately 93% due to incorrect insertion or delayed replacement. Its advantages include monthly administration rather than daily, stable hormone delivery, and cost-effectiveness at $25 at most chemists. However, it shares the estrogen-related risks of the combined pill, may cause vaginal irritation, and offers no protection against sexually transmitted infections. To conclude, although hormonal contraceptives differ in how they are administered, they all prevent pregnancy by manipulating normal reproductive physiology. Their primary mechanisms include suppression of the HPO axis to inhibit ovulation, thickening of the cervical mucus to restrict sperm transport, and alteration of the endometrium to reduce implantation. Long-acting reversible contraceptives, including the hormonal IUD and implant, provide the highest real-world effectiveness because they minimize user error, while short-acting methods such as the pill and vaginal ring depend more heavily on consistent use. Ultimately, choosing the most appropriate contraceptive requires balancing effectiveness, safety, lifestyle, and individual reproductive goals. Understanding the physiological mechanisms behind these methods enable informed clinical decision-making and personalized care for all women.